The amount of people asking me what am I doing here was horrible. Hi everybody! So recently I've seen a lot of blogs and vlogs from beautiful teachers and amazing people who I watch on the internet, and they were all about the ITEACHTOO challenge or ITEACHTOO tag. And you know what? Too cool for middle school, Europe wants to play too. So your challenge going to another continent. So I took your questions and I will respond to them as true to myself as I possibly can. So first one is, I have my notes here because I'm filming on my phone. What do you teach and where? I teach English as a second language here in Ukraine. So yeah, I'm the first one actually, I think, on YouTube who does it from another country, not from USA or United Kingdom. And as you probably, read it from my accent, I'm not a native speaker, and so I sound a little bit off. I teach in primary school. I teach grades from 1st to 4th each and every year. The second question is, how long have you been teaching? So I finished 4th year in my school and I'll be teaching the 5th year in a different location. Did you always know you wanted to be a teacher? I think yes. From the early childhood I wanted to play games when I'll be a teacher. I've taught my toys to do mathematics, I've taught my toys to spell something. Though my mom didn't want me to be a teacher, she is a teacher right now. And I don't know, maybe she was right. It is really hard, emotionally and physically, but I do love it. So yeah. Question number 4 is, what is your typical teacher OOTD? My school didn't have much of the regulations we need to wear. We had, some rules about how long my skirt should be or how unbuttoned my blouse should be. But in my everyday life, I tend to wear everything that is comfortable. Then because I teach in primary school, it's extremely important to be comfortable, to be on your legs, stay up all day long. So yeah, I wear something that is comfortable, probably pants and some blouse, or if I have the good enough dress, I will wear it. And actually I have henna designs on my hands throughout the year, though I don't tend to, draw something in both colors as pink and red and stuff. I will use the ochres and browns. But it's good. My students love it, and I actually had a bet with my students. If they come out with great grades on some tests, we will set some expectations, and they will do it. If they meet that expectations, they will choose the henna design for my hands, and I will be 1 week with that on my hand. The question number 5. What do you usually bring for lunch? To be honest, I don't bring lunch with me to school because, as I said, we have a different system of lessons and teachers tend to work differently. So most of the time, I don't have time to have lunch. So I will have up to 8 or 9 lessons a day. So I will have some duties in my school. So on the breaks, during the breaks, I won't be even available for my kids. I will do some stuff for school. If I have chance to eat lunch at school, I will probably eat something from our canteen. It's pretty good, and actually we're not allowed to eat in our classrooms because I'm the teacher who teaches from the desk, so it meaning I don't have a classroom. I just go in someone else's classroom and teach, and sometimes the person who is keen in that classroom doesn't want you to eat in there because it smells somehow really bad. The salad is ruining the atmosphere of learning. Number 6. What is one of your favorite books about teaching? That will be a bit of a hard question, as the same as the next one, because a lot of books you don't know. You don't read them up in your location because it's another continent and it's another language. So the one book I really like, and I tend to read it when I'm down, it's actually one of the many books of Shalva Manashvili. If you heard about him, that's great. If not, I'm really sorry, but they don't have the translation of the book in English. Though there are some that are non-official, but they're really horrible. He is the amazing person. He's an amazing teacher. He's author of his own School Without Grades. One of my favorite books of him is The Thoughts of a Teacher and the Prayer of a Teacher. It doesn't really about religion, it doesn't. It's about the philosophy with which you go to the classroom. It's about how you open up your heart for every child and how you let this child inside of your heart and inside your soul, and what to do with that later when you need to say goodbye to this child, or when this child grew up. If I would talk about some English or American authors that write, I guess The Teacher Like a Pirate is really great. I do love it. I think that it has a lot of great points. It has a lot of great, thoughts about how to be a pirate. So I do like it. I do really like it. Question number 7. What is one of your favorite teacher movies? I think this one will be hard too, because one of my all-time favorite movies is actually really old. I think it was shot somewhere in the 50s or 60s. It's the movie called Большая перемена, or The Great Break. And it's black and white, but it is about the New Year rocket teacher. It's just an amazing movie. It has everything. It's about the teacher who is just from university, and he comes to the evening school. I don't know if there is a term for it in English language. I didn't find it. So it is when kids for some reason can't finish their education. For example, they were in middle school and and after that they needed to go to the plant, to the factory, and they needed to work, or they need to go to some college of some sort and then to go and work. But after some years pass, they need to have the higher education. So what they need to do, they need to finish their high school, so 10th and 11th year in our system. So that's an evening school when they can work at day and then go at night to the school and finish their education. So he comes there, and the youngest person there is 25 and the oldest is something around 55. And it's really amazing. It's really great, and it's really funny, but also a bit dramatic. It has everything. It has great expectations. It has great vibe to it, and even though it's pretty old, I love it to the moon and back. I can think about a lot of movies that are from America and they are great about teaching, but I love the Ron Clark story. For some reason in our country it's called Triumph, but and it's really great. I love it. I do really love it. Also, I'm embarrassed, but I love The Bad Teacher. I know it's not really about teaching, and it's wrong in so many ways, but I had this person around. I had the same girl who was teaching with me, but she was just an amazing person. And the kids loved her, don't get me wrong. So yeah. Okay, number 8. Who was your favorite teacher? I didn't have much of a somebody who was inspiring in my school years. That was the reason I became a teacher, one of them. But I loved my teacher of English. I just loved her. She was my teacher in middle school, last years in middle school, and she was really strict, extremely strict, this class dame type of person. But I loved her really much, and she was one of the people who are strict, but they are strict for a reason. If you are doing great, she will praise you. She will say, yes, you did it right, you did it great. But if you fail, she will kick your ass 100%. But she was cool. Also, I think the same type of teacher I had in my teacher training school. He was the teacher of Russian language and Russian literature, and he was one of those teachers who everybody is afraid of. And I didn't. I was so happy to be in his classroom. I was so happy to work with him, and he was just an amazing person. I never met a person who could, you can say to him the word lamp, and he'll find a poem for it, or a story that started from the word lamp, or any other word, and he did it like that. And for me, that was like, whoa. And he knew his deal. He was strict, but he was kind of funny. He was great. Question number 9. Who are some of your favorite teacher YouTubers, Instagrammers, Snapchatters, etc.? Whoa, I have so many of you guys. I do really like a lot of teachers on YouTube. I don't really follow many on Instagram, but I do follow them on YouTube. Mr. Rank, for sure. I follow Lettered Classroom, Pocketful of Primaries, Real Rappers Reynolds. Actually, I found this challenge on his channel and then went to Cool for Middle School. Yeah, Apple City and Tiaras, and I just amazed of work of Teachers Learn Too. I just love him. I just really love his job and what he's doing, and I guess that next year I will do, this year I will do his idea of where the wild things are in my classroom in his Halloween party. If you never watched that, go watch it. He is cool. I want the customer wolf. I really want it. That's for you. Number 10. What is one of your best classroom management tips? Okay, so the system of education in Ukraine is pretty different. So a lot of tips I use are really specific. But one of those I always do, I guess I'll share them with you. One of those is I never yell at my kids and actually teach them that the lower and the quieter my voice gets, the more they screw up. That's, I don't know, many of other teachers did the opposite, so they start, to raise their tone when the kid's doing something wrong. I did opposite, and for me, that works. Somebody has a wedding. That's great. I do really like, and actually this location is one of the most wonderful locations I could ever choose. There are so many people you don't even know, like halfway there, like 1 meter up there are a couple of people. Up there, over the bush, there are a couple of fishers, and right across there is a family who's chilling. So I couldn't get a better location. You know how beautiful is it? I will do a span for you. It's just amazing. Like, look at it. Yeah, it's great. And actually, that up here is an aisle, and you just now are watching on the biggest river in Europe. It's called Dnieper. So yeah. The other one I use is actually not mine. It wasn't me who came out with it. It was the great pedagogist. I don't know. It was the great teacher Anton Makarenko. And if you don't know him, I'll probably do the video about him because he's the person who invented the great system of he invented the great methodology. And actually the Chinese education uses that as the base. So I never look to the register. Every class has a class register, so it contains the marks, some of the behavior charts or something like that, and on the back it contains the information about the child's family, where he lives, who are his parents, where they work. And I've learned that the less I look there, the less I look who the parents are, what the background story is, the less I categorize kids, the less I put labels on them. So for that reason, I think that in your classroom, all the kids should be, the blank canvas for you, as you are a blank canvas for them. What are the reasons you decided to be a teacher? It may sound not very good, or it may sound really bougie or something like that, but I decided to be a teacher because I wanted to change something. I've seen something that is not great. I've seen a lot of things that are not good in my life, in my school life. I've seen teachers who did horrible things and nobody really cared for them. So I decided that I will never do that to my kids. I will never do that to somebody else's kids. And I do think that I pretty went there because I wanted to prove everyone that one person at a time can make a change. I think that everybody is strong enough to do something that is great. So yeah, I wanted to change little by little, step by step, our society. And I really think that it will happen sometimes. It's a rough time for Ukraine right now. It's really, really rough. So I think in that situation right now, we need to do something to get our kids doing what is ought to be done, what should be done, to raise them as best as I can, to devote the best of me to them. And I guess some year, someday, they will devote themselves to the country itself, to everybody around, and they will choose the opportunity to be an amazing citizens. So here it is. That was my ITEACHTOO challenge. I really encourage everybody to join it. I'm really happy that I am the first representative from Ukraine to do it. Everybody who see this, I encourage you to subscribe. I will do a lot of videos on my channel soon, and I was really happy to see you, and I hope to see you in some other videos. Bye!